Hello, my friends. How are you today? We are back for some more complaining and whining from this guy Trucks. If I could get this camera angle right, well, nothing I do is going to fix this face, is it? Nope, I'm stuck with it. And you guys are stuck with it too. Lucky for you, I do a little bit of B-roll so you don't have to stare at this mug through the entire video. So that's good news. And if you needed some good news on a Friday, that's as good as it gets, baby. That's as good as it gets. How's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm gonna complain some more because I came to a realization about a lot of things, and really when it comes down to it, there's not a damn thing I can do about it. Well, there is, and I'm working on it, but the conclusion I've come to is what I meant to say, my friends, is I think my trucking company is taking advantage of me. Say it ain't so. A trucking company taking advantage of a truck driver? No way. That never happens, Josh. You're pulling our leg. You're pulling our leg, son. That never, ever happens. What do you guys want to do first before we get into it? Oh, I remembered. This is a Friday video. Now, some of you probably think you know what's coming, but it's not what you think is about to happen. I have been sharing how much money I've been saving towards my truck and giving you guys some options. If you want to send a few bucks here and there, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to tell you how much I've saved up, but it's kind of a shit show as we go through this video. The life of a trucker, right? The life of a trucker. So I was real happy last week because I broke $4,000, guys, towards my new truck, towards me purchasing a truck. And that's pretty fucking good. As just a lease operator out here, just kind of saving up the pennies. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And I was really happy with it, but everything's a fucking nightmare right now, and I probably don't get to keep all that. So we'll go through that as we go through the video. So for now, who fucking cares? Just rest assured, I am saving to buy a truck. It's just, I have got to make some fucking changes. I've got to put my foot down and really start standing up for myself, or this is not going to get any better. That's kind of where we're at. And we will talk about all of that. It's just, I'm miserable right now and trying to figure out how to rectify the situation, because I can't go quitting my job. I have done my best to stay at this job for a full year, and we're getting there. So we'll go through that. What else you guys want to do? You want to make fun of a commenter? That's always fun. I like making fun of commenters that are goofy as fuck because it amuses me. But I have bad news. We had the commenter that we made fun of a few videos back, where he was like really upset that I guess that I wasn't in Vietnam. I'm way too young for that. He was just angry, and he's like, if this is the future of our truck drivers, son of a bitch, if this guy's out here and talking to the other modern truckers, son of a bitch. And he was just this angry, raging old man. And he handled this the right way. After I made fun of him, I think he got a little bit mad, but then he started going through my videos and watching them and getting to know me as a person, and now he fucking loves me. And that's bad news, because that's one less person for us to laugh at here on this channel. But it's good news because he acted like an adult, and I can't fault people for that. So everybody in the comments, I want you to do me a favor. Say hi to Tom. Say hi, Tom. Welcome to the shit show, Tom. He is now a fan of this guy Truck. So welcome, Tom. I want to see hello, Tom, or welcome, Tom, all over that comment section, because this man wanted to hate me so fucking bad, and he couldn't do it. He didn't have the willpower. So we'll make fun of this other goofy shithead over here real quick, because I forgot about this comment that made me fucking laugh my ass off. It was on the video where I was making fun of Gen X, right? And I get it. Like, I talk a lot of shit here on YouTube. It's fair game to come to my comment section and talk shit to me to a point. There are some, we'll make fun of this guy in a minute, but there are some that I just go, fuck this. I'm not even listening to this bullshit. That's when people accuse me of whining and crying and all I do is bitch, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I just push the hide user button on those guys. And the people that accuse me of being a meth addict, that's fucking weird. Hide user, get the fuck out of here. And the people that want to bring up my family life in the comments and take shots of that, hide user. Good news for all of you guys, you can still watch the video. You can just do it with your fucking mouth shut, which is what I prefer. That's what I prefer. But I had to come to terms with a lot of this, guys, because if I'm going to make fun of shit here on YouTube, then I have to be able to take people making fun of me back in the comments, and that's okay. If it turns into us just talking shit back and forth in the comments, fuck it, I don't mind. That's cool. I have no problem with that. But that's the point I'm trying to make. I have to let people be here in the comments section and say stupid shit because I say stupid shit, and you get back the kind of energy you put out is what I'm saying. I'm just saying where I draw my line. So we're gonna make fun of this weirdo. I was making fun of Gen X, right? And this guy says, this is how he typed, and I'm gonna try to do this in one shot. I might fuck up. He says, me thinks thou dost protest too much. Me thinks thou dost protest too much. This guy's talking to me like he hasn't left his parents' basement in 30 fucking years. And he's saying crazy shit like that. Like, you could smell that dude's neckbeard through his comment. I opened up the comment and I'm like, what is that fucking smell? Oh, that's neckbeard. Fucking gross. That's disgusting. Holy shit. God, I don't know what was going on with that guy, but I do know that his virginity is protected by the Knights of the Round Table themselves. What a fucking dork. Methinks thou dost protest too much. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Get away from me, weirdo. What the fuck's going on with you? Holy shit. So anyways, we got that all out of the way. I feel better. I hope the rest of you feel better and got a couple laughs out of that too. My trucking company is taking advantage of me. Okay, it's been a rough month, guys. It has been absolutely fucking awful. Aside from that one good week we had of 3,500 miles, I mean, we spent 16 hours on a fucking dock waiting for a preloaded trailer. Make that fucking make sense to me. The running out of fuel was completely my fault, but we ended up a day late to our first stop on that delivery because we were 16 hours late. I think we were a day late, or were we just... No, we were a couple hours late, but that forced me to not have enough hours to make the second drop, and I had to make that the next day, and that's where they left a damaged product on that I had to take to a food bank, and that was a whole fucking shit show in itself. But then the week after that, we only did a 2,000-mile run from LA to Indianapolis, and that was it. That's all we fucking did. God, and I don't even remember what happened after that. I think the week after that was the 3,500-mile run. I'm not really fucking sure. I don't remember. But guys, it's been fucking hard out here, and it's my own goddamn fault to a point, and I'll explain that. What has been happening is one thing that I am being a real pushover on, and I'm about to light someone's ass up, is, what was it, my second week out, I said, fuck this, I'm not doing reefer anymore. I'm done. I'm not doing it. And then I knew that it took some time, and then they had me lined up for the 3,500-mile week, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it, but they're aware, right? I never heard anything about this, and I asked my dispatcher, I think I mentioned this a few videos back, I'm not sure, and she's like, oh yeah, you have to talk to this guy he's gonna have a discussion with you about why you want to do this and explain to you the pros and cons of both those things. And fine, if it's company policy, fine, by all fucking means, let's get this phone call out of the way. I haven't got my phone call. And I have asked about 3 times now for my fucking phone call. Let's just get the fucking phone call out of the way. I asked 3 hours ago today. Nothing. She said, oh, I'll have him contact you. Now we're going into the weekend, so I'm completely fucked until Monday. And all I'm asking is send me to Dryvan. That's it. Now, at the risk of sounding like a complete dick, which is something I do sometimes, a lot of commenters were trying to convince me that the switch from reefer to Dryvan does nothing to change my problem. And here's my problem. So I can lay out my problem and then I can argue the actual point. My problem is these long ass fucking wait times on docks. Like, we're talking upwards of 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, just waiting to get fucking loaded. As a matter of fact, I'm here at a place now where I'm checked in to get my load, and the load isn't supposed to be ready till 8 p.m. tonight. It's like something around noon right now. And if I were a betting man, I'd say that load won't be ready anytime before 3 a.m. And it's just to do a 300-mile run. What the fuck are we doing here? Right? Nothing about this makes any goddamn sense, but it's their big contract, their baby. We gotta fucking handle this shit, right? And I am sick to death of all the sitting when I could be goddamn driving. Now, does that happen in dry van? Yes, absolutely it does. Is it as likely to happen in dry van? The answer is fuck no, right? It is not as likely to happen. Will it happen? Yes. All right, got that out of the way. Now, the other issue I have is the constantly flipping schedules. Like, let's say they do call me at 10 o'clock tonight. As a matter of fact, I could just sit on it till tomorrow morning. It's only a 300-mile run. The fuck, who cares? I'm not going to go get it. But let's say it was like a long run, tight schedule. Then I have to be up tonight after I just slept last night to get up and run that run overnight. And I am not able to do that anymore, okay? I used to be a younger truck driver. I'm not anymore, guys. I am not old by any means. By any means. But am I too old to be flipping fucking schedules every other day? You're goddamn right I am. Now, people have told me, Josh, do you think that's going to change on dry van? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Absolutely it is. Now, will there be some times that does happen? Yes. What I'm trying to say to you guys, what I'm trying to convey is that trucking is inherently a motherfucker. A big steaming pile of shit that don't give a fuck about if you're tired or not. And I understand all that. I get all that, right? But can I reduce the amount of times that I have to deal with it by switching to dry van? And the answer is yes. So what I was saying earlier, at the risk of sounding like a dick when I say this, I'm not a fucking rookie, guys. This is not my first day in trucking. It's not even close to my first year in trucking. And I know the fucking difference between reefer and dry van. I understand the difference, all right? I don't know what is going on with some people that think they're the exact same. They are not. They are not. These wild fucking 2 a.m., 3 a.m. grocery warehouse deliveries, that's a reefer thing. That's not to say it won't happen in dry van, but that's a fucking reefer problem for the most part, okay? So I still haven't got my fucking phone call, and the phone call apparently is a requirement for me to make that switch. Well, if I don't hear anything by today, Monday morning, I am finally going to stand up for myself, and I'm going to light someone's ass up. I'm an independent contractor. I'm not a fucking company driver, right? There's a reason I wanted to do the lease. There's a number of reasons I wanted to do the lease, and you don't get to hold me fucking hostage on goddamn reefer and just act like the problem's going to go away, because it's not. It's fucking not. And their whole thing that they do here is bullshit. Here's another reason, another way that I am fucking up, all right? They always call me. It's that big contract, right? That big contract, that important one. We're running behind on this load. We need you to help. We need you to help. Just stop where you're at. I know you've been driving all day, right? You've been driving half your day already. Stop where you're at and get you a nap, because we got a driver coming to you. And I know you were just on an 800-mile run and you only got 300 miles into it, but we need you to meet this guy right where you're at, and you're gonna run that last 200 miles to get him in there. Motherfucker, I'm losing money by helping you. And you know what happens when you fucking help them? Nothing. That's it. You lose money. That's it. Like, they may tell you thank you, but I've yet to pay a bill in fucking thank yous. Not one goddamn time, right? But there's no incentive for you to help the company with this big contract that they're so fucking worried about. And if it actually meant something to them, putting your drivers through hell for nothing or for less money than they were going to make doesn't make a whole lot of goddamn sense, right? How about you call me and you say, hey, we really need you to take this. We understand you're losing miles. This account is the one we care about the most, so we're still going to pay you out the same miles you were going to get. That's an option. Or maybe that's a little unreasonable. Maybe we'll throw you an extra $200 to get this there on top of the miles you're going to get for doing it. That's a fucking option. How bad do you want to keep this account? Hey, it's up to you. It's up to you. Because by forcing your drivers and independent contractors to lose money and I gotta be honest, I wasn't forced. I just said yes because I'm dumb. But forcing them, or I'm using the word forcing still, helping them to lose money. I don't even know how I want to say this. Asking them to lose money so that you can keep this big contract that means so much to you. There's a human cost to that. Like, you're treating people like shit. And I don't fucking like that. Which brings me back to my point. I wanted to discuss brings me to another point rather. There were a few comments, and I get it. Like, it's easy to be a hater on the internet. That's what lazy people do. That's what assholes do, is they are haters on the internet. And the thing that came up a few times in the last video was that it was my fault for anybody that watched that video. I went to I was supposed to have 3 drops total, but for some reason 2 of the drops were at the exact same address. They were in my trailer unloading things. They handed me 2 signed bills of lading and told my company the next day that I never showed up. And then I got all the way to Billings, Montana from Denver, only to find out after the 3rd drop had unloaded, it wasn't me that didn't show up. The first place just straight up did not unload their fucking product. So I had 7 pallets still on my trailer. And there were a lot of people like being dicks and saying, that's a rookie mistake. You should have known this, all this. In all my years of trucking, my friends, all my years, as soon as I had a signed bill of lading, I was done. Now, if I went back to the trailer, say it was the last drop and there's still stuff left, then we've got a fucking situation that we've got to figure out. And anybody that acts like that's not how trucking works, I think you're stoned or drunk or something. The minute you have a signed bill of lading in your hand, you have done your job. According to the prophecies or the way trucking fucking works, one or the other. So, having known that they were in my trailer fucking around with the forklift because I could fill it, and then getting 2 bills of lading handed to me, I was under the impression that they had pulled all their product off because that shouldn't have been a problem. They should have done their fucking job. Now, a lot of people said, Josh, this was your fault. You fucking rookie. You should have made sure they took all their product. If it was my fault, answer me this question. Come back to this video and answer me this question. If it was my fault, how was I able to get confirmation, not once, because I'm a paranoid little fucker, but twice, that I will be paid for all the miles going from Billings back to Denver to return that product that was never pulled off my trailer? Because there is no company in the fucking world that is going to pay the driver out for doing something that fucking stupid if it was the driver's fault. Absolutely not. But I was able to confirm twice that those miles will be paid to me. Why is that? The answer is because I wasn't fucking wrong. That's why. They didn't take their shit off the fucking trailer. What do you want me to do about it? But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is I didn't have a good month. I mean, I paid the bills at home. That's good. We all can. Some of us aren't even that lucky. I get it. I understand. That's a really good fucking thing that I was able to pay the bills at home. 1 week I was able to save money. That's it. Out of nearly 5 that I'll be out here, because I already know what the fuck is happening next week, and I'm not happy about that either. And the reason I didn't make any extra money this month is because I spent the month chasing around their big contract to make sure shit gets done and losing a fuck ton of miles in the process without even a thank you. Didn't even get a fucking thank you. Not a nothing. Just, yeah, take that load for us. And now I have to make the decision. Do I give a shit about if the company's getting their loads there on time? Or do I give a shit about if I'm making fucking money? And I don't want to make that decision, but they are forcing me to make that decision. And when it comes down to it, I give a fuck about me. That's why I'm out here. To take care of my family, to pay the bills at home, and to hopefully build on this lease to lead me to truck ownership. And if the whole thing, out of 5 weeks, only 1 week was good, and the rest were a fucking wash, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Nothing about that makes sense. Now, I'm still going to give them time to correct it. But Monday's the fucking deadline. Monday's the fucking deadline for them making that phone call, or me making that phone call and getting me switched over to the goddamn division that I asked to be in. And I think that the reason that they're dragging their feet on this and acting like it's going to go away is because nobody wants to run their fucking reefer shit. If that's the way you treat your reefer drivers, just shut them down, make them lose miles, and then force them into running an overnight shift after they just, you know, been up all day already, then they got to, that when they should be sleeping, they're up driving your bullshit load around the goddamn country. I could probably see that a lot of people are like, fuck this. Why would I run on your reefer division? Doesn't make a whole lot of goddamn sense to me why they wouldn't do that. So I'm going to let them fix it. But like this week, 1,800 miles. Now, they did kind of do the right thing because I had to go back to Denver. And I got paid for those miles. That's good, right? And they didn't have a load out of Denver. And they knew I have been getting fucked this week on stupid shit. So they kind of did the right thing. They deadheaded me 500 miles because that was the next load they could find for me that was going to prevent me from just sitting for a whole lot of time. And I get paid by the mile. So fuck yeah, I'll take that. All that empty miles, that's good fucking fuel mileage. I deadheaded over 500 miles for about a 350 mile run that I got to do tomorrow. Now, I want to give them some credit and say that's doing the right thing, because had they left me sitting in Denver, I would be throwing a goddamn tantrum right now going, what the fuck? Or I might have just taken my home time a week earlier, said, forget about it, we'll start again next week. This is fucking stupid. That if they had like made me sit there for a little while, maybe a few hours, then I would have done that. Been like, no, you know what, forget it, I'm going home this week. Now next week though, here's some more fuckery, because I already know what's happening next week. I'm picking up a load to go to Denver that has 4 drops in Denver. What the fuck? Denver? Like, you guys don't eat your meat? No, the fucking vegans are ruining my goddamn life. Can you just order a whole fucking trailer of shit, for fuck's sake? No, I gotta go to 4 drops in Denver. I'm gonna be there on Tuesday. Do you know what this means? Next week's when I'm going home. I was planning to go home on Thursday or Friday, right? They are sending me home on a fucking Tuesday. Josh, why are you mad? You're going home. Because everybody's got shit to do on fucking Tuesday. What the hell am I even there for, right? I will be sitting at my house by myself probably till about Friday. Then I got to get out in the truck and go make some more goddamn money. I mean, you know, everybody will come home at the end of the day and they'll be tired from having done shit all day, and I will spend most of my home time by my fucking self. Now, it'd be fine if this was like, you know, every once in a while this happens because I understand trucking, but every goddamn time I've tried to go home since I've worked here, they have either done one of like 3 things. Fucking not gotten me there. That's happened. Gotten me there way on the wrong fucking day. That's happened. And one time didn't get me there at all. My first fucking home time that I asked for here didn't get me there at all. And then the one time they called me and said, hey, do you mind skipping your home time? Huh? Do I mind? Yes, I mind. Are you out of your fucking mind? Of course I mind skipping my home time. What the hell do you mean? That's what you ask of a driver? A truck driver? An over-the-road truck driver? Hey, I know you've been out there for 2 months and you're only asking for 3 days off, but it's only 3 days. Why not just skip it? Why not? Almost said some shit that about got me demonetized right there. Fucking crazy. But the point I'm trying to make through this entire video is this entire situation is my fault. It is. If I would stand up for myself and say, no, I'm not going to do that, and this is what I expect from you, I would be in a lot better position. And in all the times I've made fun of grumpy ass truckers throwing fits, losing their shit and all that stuff, I never want to act like that. But to a point, I kind of admire it a little bit, because that's a guy that's not going to take any shit. Now, I think a lot of times you got to find a balance between that, because in life, sometimes you have to take some shit, and that's just the way it goes, right? But when a guy will just say, nope, that doesn't fucking work for me, but here's what does, I need to do more of that in my life. That's what I need to do. More of that in my fucking life. Because when I don't, this is what happens. I don't fucking, I just get ran over. I just get ran over by these trucking companies. And there's, I was going to say there's nothing I can do about it, but there is if I get my head out of my ass and just fucking do it. And I keep refusing to do it. So I'm giving them till Monday. I'm lighting up phones at that point and saying, what the fuck is going on? Why am I not switched over to dry van? Why do I even have to have this fucking conversation? And we'll go from there. But it's August will be a year. August will be a year, and I might find August it's time to just pull the plug on this motherfucker right here too. But I'm determined to get that year. But after that, no guarantees, man. None. Bye, guys.